Hello and welcome to the channel. This is the second part of the video about fixing and servicing vintage Seiko Quartz watch caliber 5855. Here I am putting back a second wheel jumper and securing it by one small screw. Next goes the stator of the step motor, and it goes back to its place together with a small rotor. And then I am reassembling a wheel train which consists of 4 wheels. A wheel train bridge goes next. It's not easy to match all pivots with the dedicated pivot holes. This task needs some job of small adjustments, and I show it in the fast forward mode. Now I can secure the bridge by 3 screws. Checking position of the second wheel jumper. And lubricating all jewels on this side of the movement. To lubricate the stem, I am using the KT22 grease. And now I am reassembling the keyless works, starting with the setting pinion. Then goes the clutch, which actually was a point of failure, and it's why we started to fix this watch. A lubricating post for setting lever and installing it. The big spring goes next. And then assembly of the yoke and the date changing mechanism. Setting a lever spring, secured by 2 screws. and the cover plate. Lubricating the jewel holes on this dial side of the movement. Now lubricating the tube where cannon pinion goes. And cannon pinion is in place now. Next is the minute wheel. Intermediate wheel for date changing mechanism, and the date driving wheel. Our wheel is next, and the cover plate secured by 2 screws. Checking all in motion. Looks good. Now goes the date indicator ring. And the main cover plate. It is secured by 4 screws, small screws. Checking how date mechanism works. And as I mentioned before, this quartz watch uses a Seiko mechanical watch design. If you look at the dial side, there is practically no difference. Turning watch to the other side, where all quartz related parts are located. First I will install the coil, and again it's a very delicate part of any quartz watch. Extremely easy to damage it. So much care should be associated while working with the coil. And by the way, the coil together with stator and rotor forms a step motor, which provides pulses to move the wheel train. Putting back the battery lid and the electronic module, and securing by dedicated screws. Now this small part is something special in this watch. It allows to adjust the accuracy of time setting by shortly stopping the second hand or advancing it by 2 seconds interval. I never saw this feature in other quartz watches before. I'm looking at the motion of this small gear, which making contact with the small spring, and the electronic schematic reacts on these movements and controls the behavior of the second hand, it depending on which direction I rotate the stem. Now is a quick check, which is the moment of truth for quartz watch. If I would compare it to the mechanical watch, where the moment of truth happens when installing a balance wheel. See that gear started to move after I connected battery for a moment. Now I can finalize the reassembling. Installing dial ring and dial itself. And securing them by 2 special screws. Before I install hands, I need to find the midnight point when date changes. Then I can put hands in midnight or 12 o'clock position. Hands installation is shown in a fast forward motion. Now I'm checking if all hands rotate without touching each other. Removing the stem before casing the movement. Lubricating the case back gasket with silicone grease. And putting it on the dial. Then I cover the movement by case with the crystal and installing the battery. And watch is happily ticking. Finally, the Seiko King Quartz watch with the band. Looks good and works well. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.